Hey y'all. Okay, so I am finally doing these videos that I've been meaning to do for a while now. And in this video, I just want to share with you guys my weight loss timeline. Something like my weight loss timeline, where I'm basically sharing where I started in my weight loss journey. The earliest weight I can remember is high school, y'all. I don't even remember thinking about my weight before high school. So I'm starting out from high school until now to show you the ups and downs of my weight loss journey, and also talking about how I gained the weight, how I got to 427 pounds. The next couple days, I'm going to be releasing videos answering questions that people have asked me over time. So this was one of the questions that I've been asked before, like, how did I gain that weight? How did I get there? So in this video, I'm sharing my timeline with you, and I'm also explaining how I got to 427. All right, I hope this helps someone. I hope it blesses someone or encourages you in some type of way. But yes, y'all, here is my weight loss timeline. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna start at my earliest weight, which would be my high school weight. That's the one that I can remember. And in high school, I weighed about 247. All throughout high school, my weight was between the 240s and the 250s. Normally when I stepped on the scale, it was 247 or 245. But that's the earliest weight that I can remember. I was that size all throughout high school and into my early 20s. So in my early 20s, that's when I experienced my first major weight gain. I gained about 60 pounds in less than a year. It felt like a couple of months, y'all. That particular year, I was extremely stressed, and I was on autopilot. At the time, I was working 3 jobs. I had a full-time job at Blockbuster. I delivered newspapers for USA Today at night. And I was working at a clothing store part-time when I wasn't at Blockbuster. So my schedule would go something like this. I would usually work the evening shift at Blockbuster, close the store up, leave, go home, change my clothes, then go right back out to do my paper route. And then I would go home, sleep, and do it all over again. The days I didn't work Blockbuster, I usually worked the clothing store. And with my schedule being so full, I usually skipped a lot of meals. And what I would do to make up for it was snack a lot. Snacking on different chips, candies, cookies, whatever they had at Blockbuster. Sometimes I would eat lunch. Sometimes I wouldn't. But to make up for it, I would always have very large dinners at the end of my newspaper route to make up for the missed meals. And then also, I lived off of energy drinks and energy pills. I would drink energy drinks throughout the day and take energy pills at night just so I could stay up and do my paper route. And then I would end up having to smoke on the way home just so I could fall asleep, just so I knew I would be able to sleep when I got home. This was my everyday schedule. I didn't drink water. I thought about this really hard, you guys. I don't remember drinking not one bottle of water. I drank soda, I drank coffee and energy drinks. I didn't eat fruits or veggies, and my sleep was awful. I had to smoke just to fall asleep. I was on autopilot, but I did notice the weight gain after a while. But when I did, I would tell myself that it's okay because I could lose the weight if I really wanted to. And I told myself that I would when I was ready. Right now, I was just really busy, and that was something I needed so I wouldn't feel bad. Okay, so my next major weight gain was when I got pregnant with my daughter, and I was still around 310 at that time. And during my pregnancy, I got to my highest weight of all, which was 427. And basically, I got there from overeating, y'all. I took the term eating for two a little bit over the top. The truth of the matter was that I was already eating oversized portions. And if I just continued eating what I was eating already, she would have been fine. But not only that, I had a lot of other things going on. In the background, it was a stressful pregnancy. I was emotionally eating and all sorts of things, but long story short, I gained the weight by overeating and making it okay because I was pregnant. So I gave into every last craving, thinking once I had the baby, the weight would just come off. And honestly, too, I don't think my body really recovered from the first huge weight gain that it had, the previous 60 pounds. I feel like my body really just needed a break and a cleanse because I was gaining weight so fast throughout my pregnancy. Even my doctors were wondering what was going on. I was gaining weight. I was gaining weight rapidly. It wasn't normal, the amount of weight I was gaining in the time frame I was gaining it. So I really feel like my body just really needed a cleanse. But of course, I didn't give it one. Then all the foods I was eating were really bad. I don't remember really having fruits and veggies in my diet like that or drinking water. I don't ever really remember drinking water. So not only was I overeating, I was overeating all the wrong foods, and my digestive system was a mess. I was putting so many bad foods in it, it didn't really have a chance to catch up. And then again, during this time frame, I was on autopilot. And I didn't notice the weight gain until it was too late. Or at least it felt like it was too late. Okay, so after I had my daughter, I lost a little bit of weight. My weight dropped to 377. And I stayed about 377, 375 for about 2 years. I also breastfed my daughter throughout those 2 years. I'm only mentioning that because people say that breastfeeding can help you burn calories. And I breastfed her that entire time because I wanted her to have the best. But I'm just also mentioning that I did stay 377 for 2 years, but that was also because I didn't change any of my eating habits. Nothing changed. Then finally change occurred, and I eventually got down to my smallest weight. Little by little, I started to lose weight, first starting by switching up my eating habits. And I'm going to do a separate video on some of the fasts that I did with more detail. But little by little, I started to lose the weight when I started to make significant changes to my eating habits. And that's when I got down to my smallest weight, which was, I believe, 217. But when I got down to my smallest weight, at 217, y'all, I was doing liquids. I was doing liquids a lot. And when I start back eating normal, I had weight gain from that. And then the weight I set at was like in the 230s. Between the 230s and the 240s, I was at about 237. And I sat there for a while. And then came COVID. When COVID came, I had COVID weight gain. About a year before COVID, I had gained 10 pounds. So I was like 247 going into COVID. And then during COVID, y'all, I actually touched like 380. But most of the time, oh Lord, I said 380. My bad, y'all. I meant 280. I touched 280, correction. But most of the time, I was sitting at like 277, like most of last year. And so I didn't really see any change. I struggled last year because I had health issues that I'm going to talk about on a separate video as well. I want to keep this video about my weight loss timeline. But this year, the beginning of this year is when I saw the real change. God put it on my heart at the beginning of this year that he really wanted me to focus and go in on continuing my weight loss journey. And I struggled at first. So then I prayed and I asked for his help. And so I went ahead and did a parasite cleanse, because I do those probably once or twice a year. And after that, God had led me to give up meat. And so I gave up meat for a good 30 days. And in the process, oh my God, it was just the most wonderful thing, y'all. I lost 20 pounds when I gave up meat. I'm back eating meat now. But so like all last year, I was around 277. Beginning of this year, with the cleanse I did and giving up meat, resetting my stomach basically, and just using wisdom. I don't even eat meat the way I used to. Now I'm sitting at, I weighed in. Now I'm sitting at 252. So now I'm at 252. And I'm still a work in progress, you guys. So that is my weight loss timeline for right now. My goal is just to touch the ones. I want to see what 190 looks like. My goal is to be healthy. It's not to be skinny. It's to be healthy. It's to be the best version of myself I can be. So yeah, right now I'm sitting at 252, y'all. So that's where I am, and this is my weight loss timeline. I hope this helps someone. I'm gonna continue releasing more videos over the next couple of days, where I break down different things, different questions people have asked me. But I hope this helps.